Mr. Dipayan Majumdar, the Youth of India, Mr. Arun Kumbhar, for all these things. I'm really so happy to share my happiness with you. That is the thing. Actually, I'm not a researcher. I find immense happiness in singing Tagore songs and thinking about it. So I just am here to share my joys and happiness with you all. About mysticism and Tagore's mysticism, after what Adhaji already has said so beautifully. So I just want to introduce my subject. Yeah, it's with me, the microphone that So, yeah, so I don't think I must be saying a lot. The thing is, the way I get all these things within me, or the way I can see it, or the way I can communicate with all these things. I just want to share all these things with you, and I won't be saying much because it will take much more time. I'll be reading certain parts sporadically just to put the thoughts into your heart. I'll be happy if it is there. And I'll be going on demonstrating the things on this basis. So the thing is, first of all, I must say that this is submission. Actually, it is, and one humble submission, a dream to find a thread, if any, that vaguely binds the great philosophies of this world, or to search for the essence of the British civilizations of the world in its ancient period, to find the quintessence of all the civilizations close enough to seem almost as if they were siblings, an impossible crescendo-like flight towards that heaven where every component reflects the heaven itself, a desire to comprehend all these facets in essence. However, in Tagore's creation, or in Tagore's philosophy for that matter, and this is an attempt to feel that symphony actually. The word symphony is a Greek one. It means agreement, two voices together as one. So this is toward that agreement, if there is any. So I'm reading out a little bit. The thing is, first of all, I wanted to put certain things together that the classical civilizations of the world. There are certain things, let me put this thing this way, aesthetics, the classical approach. Aesthetics, the word has been derived from the Greek word aesthetikos, meaning aesthetic, sensitive, and sensitive, and which in turn was derived, anyway, these are the derivative things, I'm not going into it. Then, the thing is, according to Plato, beautiful objects incorporated proportion, harmony, and unity among their parts. Aristotle, the dear disciple of Plato, whom Plato himself called the mind of the school in the metaphysics, found that the universal elements of beauty were order, symmetry, and definiteness. So now this symmetry or harmony or proportion made their architecture or art or philosophy almost perfect, almost godly that way. Godly because they were almost perfect, perfect because they were established on the basis of pure logic. So one thing is there, that is this classical element that is very much discernible. I'm just putting this way straight because I don't have much time to elaborate. The thing is that is very much discernible in Tagore's creation also, this harmony and this very cautious attempt to synthesize all the things in a certain way that it actually has been one synthesis, a new one putting all these things together. And medieval scientists, like some other people are there, so I'm not naming them. The thing is, they were interested in knowing the nature of light. Now, light is very much important for the medieval sciences and, of course, for the philosophers also. I mean, the effect of light became more important to the medieval artisans, particularly in architecture, and they frequently associated light with the theories of color. Light and color affected the thoughts of medieval thinkers on certain characteristics of beauty, such as radiance, clarity. So this is one more aspect, this theory of light. The medieval philosophers believed somehow that God is light. And this was one of the motivations for them to pursue the notion of light, the incorporeal light. For the believers in the Christianity is God's light, and it gives splendor to the whole of the creation. Light is what allows the beauty of objects, especially their color, to become illuminated. This illumination is again one very important thing for Tagore's creation. And there is harmony or proportion. And even the theory of zero also, I mean, there is one, we all know about this sloka. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnasya Purnamada Purnameva Vashishyase. It goes on like this. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadayo Purnameva Vashishyate. And we find this wonderful line by Tagore. Je muhurte purna tumi, she muhurte kichu tabo nai. I mean, when you are full, there is actually nothing new. Nothing is actually something for us. For us means for the Indian philosophers, because we could conceptualize the idea of zero. So Purna is Shunya, and whatever is Shunya is Purna. So this poet of Upanishad, as we call Tagore, like the poet of Upanishad, was very much influenced by these things, I mean, Upanishad. And, okay, let me go to that point now. I'm not elaborating anymore. The thing is now, when Tagore was a child, only he was 12-year-old, he accompanied his father towards the hilly areas of Himalaya, and then his father made him learn about this Upanishad and Hafiz's poetry also. So why I just sporadically mentioned about all these things is, I mean, whatever it is, if it is the concept of zero or this philosophy, I mean, it takes certain root, you know. I mean, I'm not elaborating though, but still I have to mention it. It was the same period, it was the 5th century BC, when people around the world, in Greece and of course in India also, I mean, there were, of course, no such communications to know about all these things. But when people were searching for this, I mean, philosophers were searching for these ideas of zero. I mean, they were finding some problems in the progression of numbers. So they were searching for a method that can take them to the infinite. So they were searching for it, but we are happy enough that we, the Indians, one philosopher called Pingala, who could conceptualize this idea of zero. So that way, and then from India, it goes to Turkey, and through Turkey, it goes to Europe, that way, I mean later on. So this is the root, actually, I just want to mention. Okay, I was talking about Tagore at the age of 12, and at the age of 13, actually, he started composing song. The first song was based on one Sikh bhajan. It was very much that way structured and composed for the Brahma Samaj. So we find this very structured note of Brahma Samaj in the song. And let me sing a few lines of it. the very first song Tagore composed. What I actually want to see or share with you is when he started composing songs, he was very much that way close to theories that was very much dominating in those era or this society, and he started composing things like that only, and how it evolved finally to the religion of man. So it is like this, the bhajan. Gaganer thale. I'm going to take this microphone. Hello, can you hear me? Okay. Gaganer thale, Rabi Chandra Deepak jale, Gaganer thale, Rabi Chandra Deepak jale, Taraka Mandala Chamake Motere, Gaganer thale, Rabi Chandra Deepak jale, Taraka Mandala Chamake Motere, Gaganer thale, Rabi Chandra Deepak jale, Dhup malaya nila pavana chamarakare, Dhup malaya nila pavana chamarakare, Shakal bonaraji phulant jyotire, Gaganer thale, Rabi Chandra Deepak jale. It was like this. I mean, he was a boy of 13 and he could compose and write the song. And a few years later, 10 years later, he is writing, he is composing one particularly very complex kind of Tagore song. I mean, the way we know it now. It is one toppa. It is toppa. Actually, I'm talking about this song. Perhaps all of you, of course, have heard. This is A Porobashi Robike. The thing is, A Porobashi Robike is commonly believed that this song is based on one famous toppa by Shorimya, Ho Mya Be Jane Wali. But still, the way it flows, the music, I mean the tune, and of course the lyrics, so that way, it has nothing to do with Shorimya's toppa. You know, we call it Baiteki, you know? Baiteki way. The toppa is commonly known as the Baiteki music. But it has nothing to do with Baiteki music because A Porobashi Robike, I think it needs no translation. You can understand Porobashi is very much known to you, of course. So Porobash is not a Bengali word that way. So who will be left alone this way? I mean, this is the yearning to be united with the ultimate beloved, that is God. So, of course, this is not a Baiteki one that way in terms of lyric, and Tappa is actually the song of the camel drivers. So the camel drivers of the areas of Sindh, the desert area, they during the daytime, they travel miles together, and finally, when it is evening and night, they just assemble and just to pass the night or pass the time, or even, the way they have to be away from their family, their own ones, and of course that way their beloved God also. They cannot pay that way. They feel somehow left alone, in the desert. So that way they pine to be united with their own ones, with dear ones, beloved ones, and metaphorically with God. And this cry, this pine, this tear, the surrounded ones is just, during the night, it just in the open desert area, it just, spread away. At least as if it is their tears, just their pine. That is somehow they sing out loud to reach out their beloved, and this way, this form of tapa actually developed, and we find exactly this form in Tagore's tapa, and this particular song he composed at the age of 23. So, of course, it was structural that way. The composition was structured. And the belief and the way he expressed his love, of course, it was also a bit structured that way. Because he was, of course, born and brought up in one ambience that where it is very much common belief or philosophy around him. So it was nothing new, but the way he put it is, of course, something novel, because just to relate this form of tapa to that form of this yearning and all, it is really unique, I think, for a 23-year-old, and of course he was Tagore. So one more thing I just want to put here. The thing is, the first line of the song goes like this. If we just put this high word, keeping the notes intact, into the next octave, we will find something magical. It will sound like the secret of Azan, So, Before going into more detail about this journey, let me sing one more song that he composed at the very same age. He was 23 and it was Kirtan.